The more I learn, the more important it is to me to have the purest water possible for myself and my family. So I am thrilled that VonWater gifted me their Countertop reverse osmosis system. This is the second system I have tested from VonWater, and they are impressive. So let me go over all the details and why I think you're gonna love this. Now, this is the CT910G Countertop reverse osmosis system, and it has a 0.0001 filtration accuracy. So it is extremely powerful. In fact, they are certified to remove 99.99% of all concerning contaminants, such as fluoride, chloride, heavy metals, PFAS, and TDS. And it does all of that thanks to a 7-stage filtration system. When you take the top off the whole system, you can get to the filter. This filter will last for 528 gallons or about 6 months. And in this enormous filter, it starts with running the water through polypropylene cotton, and that's going to get rid of the larger particles. And then the next layer is Sri Lankan activated carbon, and that's going to help remove chlorine and odors. And then you get to the 0.0001 micron reverse osmosis section, and that is without question the most powerful filtration. That's getting rid of the PFAS, the heavy chemicals. The majority of the filtering is happening right there. And then it wraps up with another round of activated charcoal to clear out any additional odor, taste, anything that might have been left in the water, and a final round of fabric just for final clarity. And then that's not all. Once it runs through this, the water is going to collect in this pitcher, and then when you dispense the water, it will actually sterilize it with UV light as well. So it is a full 7-stage filtration. Now, you may be wondering how exactly reverse osmosis can work on the countertop, as any under sink or household reverse osmosis system does have refuse water as it goes through the reverse osmosis process, and this does too. On the back, you have your water pitcher. It's a great large size, has a really nice handle, and one thing you may notice is that it has this plastic line here. And when the water is sucked down, it's going down through this point into the reverse osmosis system, running through filtration, and then it pushes the refuse water up into this section. So this pitcher is actually getting more and more contaminated over time, but the system is so powerful that's not a concern. And in the end, the most concentrated contaminated water will be collected in this side. And once you get there, you just dump it out and refill the pitcher. So keep that in mind. That plastic barrier is there for good reason. And this water you do want to dump out when you refill the pitcher. It has a 3-foot ungrounded power cord, so let's plug this in and I'll show you exactly how it works. Now, I filled it all the way to the max line, and I'm just going to hook that on the back. And the moment I put on the tank, it's going to start filling up this pitcher, and you may be able to hear it right now. It's just a gentle whirring sound, and so it's going to do that whenever it needs to refill the pitcher. Now, the first time you run it, you can see how the water is actually coming back up out of the filter, this kind of gray filmy color. This is important to note. You do need to run it 3 times, do a full flush before you use the reverse osmosis system. It's just cleaning out that filter, and that is what you're seeing there. But you can see that this water is the only clear water left, and the rest of the water has all gotten filmy. So I just finished having it run all of the water in the original tank, and now I have a clean tank full of water in the back, and it is completely clear. It is not clouding anymore, and this pitcher is filling up and is ready to drink. Now, VonWater does recommend that you wait 24 hours once you set it all up, but I am just going to drink the water. And so now I can show you all of the options here, and you can hear it too. So I'll stop talking for a moment. That noise you hear is the only sound it makes. So it's not very loud. It does have some beeps when you press the buttons, and I'll show you those too. But it will only make that noise as it's filling up this pitcher. And when you dispense, you're dispensing from the pitcher. You can also at any time grab the pitcher and it will stop running, and you can pour directly from this pitcher. So if you just want to fill this up and walk away and have this pitcher with you at your desk, wherever you are, really nice and convenient. Now, I personally would love if this pitcher was glass since the water is sitting in it, but I do understand the reason for the pitcher. Reverse osmosis is just a slower filtration system, and so this speeds up the process when I want to dispense water. So let me put that back on, and it will dispense wherever the pitcher is at in filling. It's just going to dispense what you have. And let me show you this close up. Now here's what you see when you tap the water button once on the screen. It lights up. At the top I have the TDS in real time, and right here it has a little image of the filter. It's white, meaning the filter is good. When this goes red, you need to change your filter. You might see a little water droplet right here. That just means that it's currently filling up this pitcher. That will disappear once the pitcher is full. And sometimes it'll have two circles spinning right here, and that means you need to usually just refill the water tank, or maybe the water tank is not correctly positioned. So that's just telling you you need to reposition that or refill it. And then you'll see 999 ounces. All this is telling you is if you hit this water button right now, it's just going to run until it uses up all the water in the pitcher. But you can also choose from 5 ounces, 10 ounces, 17 ounces, or 25 ounces. So I'm just going to have it give me 5 ounces, put the cup underneath, press dispense. The moment I do that, you may not be able to see this, but very lightly, there's a UV light that shows up to tell you that it's running UV. Now I know that I can feel really good about this water, and you don't have to take VonWater on their word because everything is third-party tested. This has been tested and certified by SGS to remove 99% of PFAS. It is NSF/ANSI 372 certified to remove any lead. It also has FCC certifications and ISED certifications, and you can go and look at all of these certifications yourself. They make it very easy to go and access this information. So let's give it a try. Really nice and refreshing. I can't taste a thing. I think my only complaint is that it's room temperature. If I don't want it room temperature, I could put this pitcher in the fridge, maybe even get a second pitcher so I can just keep rotating pitchers. They do provide that as an option. But past the room temp, this is fantastic water. I love it so much, and I know you're going to love VonWater. You don't have to take my word for it. You don't have to take theirs. Just look at the reviews and the certifications. This is one impressive countertop reverse osmosis system.